Yo, what is really good, my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. For this video, we're going to take a look at the Tier 92 power armors coming with the Elite Dungeons updates later this year. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, this information is from this week's live stream, and we got a cool whole bunch of new stuff regarding the Tier 92 power armors. So let's jump right into it. These new Tier 92 power armors will be upgrades to the current Tier 90 power armors, Sirenic and Tectonic. Malevolence will be handled through the Masterwork system with the mining and smithing rework, so keep that in mind. However, when upgraded, they will be called Elite Sirenic and Elite Tectonic. It will be degrade to dust just like their Tier 90 counterparts, which is actually kind of odd because the Tier 92 melee set will degrade to broken and have to be repaired through the new smithable Tier 90 armor. So there is a lack of parity with all three styles. It may be that way because melee will require breaking down Malevolent armor and Torva armor, whereas the other two only require Sirenic and Tectonic individually. So the cost to make is far greater with the melee set than it is with ranged or magic. Now I'm not sure how I feel about that. I kinda hoped we'd get Tier 92 ranged and magic through a similar process as Masterwork, but for maybe crafting and rune crafting. They mentioned on stream that they did toy around with the idea of it also requiring next armors, however they ended up not doing that and just required the Tier 90s. But I digress, it is what it is. We'll see how this route actually pans out though. Either way, it is good that these new armors will require the old ones, as they said on stream. It keeps the value of the old armors and prevents them from becoming obsolete, which is always good. Anyways, let's jump into the individual armors themselves. Let's talk about Sirenic first. Now, Sirenic will be upgraded from items you can get from the Elite Dungeon 1. The current working name for these items is Amanishi Scales. You will need 100 of them to add it to create the Elite Sirenic outfit. I'm not sure if that means 100 scales per armor piece or 100 in total for the legs and helm. We'll probably find out more soon though, and if I do, I'll let you guys know. Now the reason why I said the helm and legs as opposed to the whole set is because only those two will be made available with Elite Dungeon 1, the Temple of Amanishi, later this month. It's important to note that if you already have Sirenic augmented, you can still add Amanishi scales to it to upgrade it, and you will keep all your perks and your item level. Although I don't know if they'll have the same charge or if it'll top up your charge. Either way, when this comes out and you have a Tier 92 augmented set, and it happens to run out of charges, you'll have to add a new augmented Tier 92 set to it to continue using those perks and transfer the item level, which is no different than how augmented Tier 90 currently works. So if you're familiar with that process, it should be no surprise to you at all. Anyways, we're going to talk about the Tectonic set now for a minute. This will come with the second Elite Dungeon. We don't really know the name of it or the location anyways, but that will come with the second dungeon. In a similar vein, this will require 100 of the new unique drop. This time it is Draconic Energy. Again, like Sirenic, I'm not sure if you'll need 100 Draconic Energy for each piece or for the helm and legs. And similar to Sirenic as well, the helm and legs will be made available only with the second dungeon, which is a month after Sirenic, later in July. Now, one thing I want to mention about this particular set, they heard our feedback about the graphical update to the helm. As you can see on screen, it looks pretty small, like a med helm, and overall really not that impressive to be honest. So they'll be stretching it out more to give it, much more volume and a similar feel to the old version, or the current version rather, as this hasn't really been implemented yet. So just to reiterate, as I've been saying, Elite Dungeon 1 will have Sirenic helm and legs. Elite Dungeon 2 will have Tectonic helm and legs, and now that brings us to the bodies for both, which will come from Elite Dungeon 3 later on in December at the end of the year. which is interesting. I don't know if that means that both the bodies will require their own unique materials each, or if both tops will use the same new material, but I don't think the body for the Sirenic will require Amanishi scales, and I don't think the body for Tectonic will require Draconic energy. I think it's a whole new material coming from the third dungeon. I just don't know if that material will work for both bodies, or if there'll be two separate new materials. That is yet to be seen, but that's at the back end of the year, so we have plenty of time before we end up getting any more information about it. And when we do, again, you can expect here on the channel that I will definitely cover it and let you guys know about it. Anyways, yeah guys, that pretty much wraps it up for the new Tier 92 Power Armor. I will be talking in a day or two about, general information about the Elite Dungeons themselves, the type of rewards you can expect, the reward system in general, and all the various things that you might have questions about regarding Elite Dungeons. Hopefully it gets covered in that video, so just stay tuned for about a day or two, and I'll roll that out for you shortly. That being said, I'm going to wrap up the video there. Let me know what you think about anything discussed in this video. Do you like the whole system of Tier 92s being slightly different for Sirenic and Tectonic than they are for Malevolent? Or do you wish they had parity throughout? Let me know anything discussed down in the comments below. Love to hear your thoughts. I'm going to wrap up the video there. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Peace.